Okay, here we go. So here we go again. I got all my vegetables prepped, my chicken, my other accoutrements. This is going to be for Orzalo chicken with balsamic and mozzarella basil chicken over Orzalo. So what I have is zucchini, onion, red pepper, and today we have cauliflower, but I also use broccoli quite a bit. I have a few chicken breasts that's seasoned with pepper, salt, and garlic powder. I put that on everything. And mozzarella, fresh mozzarella sliced before we put the chicken in the oven. Green onion, and lots of garlic. I also have some grape tomatoes I might decide to put in there at the very end too to give it a little hint of acid. And I have balsamic vinegar. I'll drizzle it over the chicken before I put it in the oven and top it with basil and mozzarella. The first step is going to be taking my chicken and getting it browned and cooked off in the skillet. It's heating up right now. It'll take a few minutes to heat up. Make sure it's nice and hot. Throw your chicken in. Cook it most of the way done until it is firm, almost firm to the touch. Put it on the plate and set aside for later. Then next, we will add onion. You cook those down to nice and soft and start to get brown. Drizzle it to brown. When that happens, you're going to add all that garlic at one time and half that green onion. Stir, 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 mix, get going. Then you're going to add the red pepper. Once red pepper in, you'll add the cauliflower and cook those for about 10 minutes each, just until they're soft and done. Maybe 15, could be a little longer. When that's done, add in a quarter to half cup of Orzalo. Put that in the pot. Get that coated with all the oils and stuff in that pot from all the vegetables cooking. When that is done, you're going to add chicken broth. Now I usually add about 3 cups or so of Orzalo, but depends on how thick it is. And let it simmer away till the Orzalo's done and most of the water is evaporated, or chicken broth in my case. Once that's done, slice your mozzarella and your basil and put that on top of the chicken. And that is nestled within the Orzalo, and bake it for a good 5-7 minutes just to bring the temperature of the chicken back up. And that is Orzalo chicken. Okay, so I have my pan nice and hot. Add just a tiny bit of oil, not too much because I oil the chicken. Give it a little scroll around. Actually, my pan's a little too hot, so we're going to take it off the heat just for a second. Put that back on the heat. I'll cook that 5, 6, maybe 7 minutes on this one. On those two, about 5 minutes on that one. And as you notice, as I turn the chicken, it does not stick to the pan when it's ready to be turned. It's nicely brown. A little color on it is what we want. I'm going to take these off of the skillet, but they're nowhere near done cooking. They're still raw inside. What I'm doing is I'm putting in the oven 425. About 10-12 minutes, maybe 15, but 10 to 12 minutes should be fine. Now I got all this brown stuff down here, which is the good stuff. Put it back on the heat. Take all my onions and take them and toss them in. No oil, no nothing, just the onions. I'm going to cook these for about 10 to 15 minutes. They're nice and clear and starting to turn a little bit of brown. Now we're going to add the first pinch of salt to the onions. That helps to draw the moisture out. It's been about 5 minutes, and now I'll add my red peppers. All my garlic. And that green onion. And the cauliflower. Give this a nice stir. I'll add a tiny bit of oil. Some more salt, because I added all that veggies. Pepper. I'm going to cook this down for a bit. All right, now you see my vegetables are nicely cooked, look pretty good. I'm going to add in the orzo right now. Yeah. So we got, I eyeball it, quarter cup, about a half box or so. Now the trick is to coat it really well with all the oils. And then just nice and coat it and cook it for a few minutes. You don't need to brown it, you just want to make sure it's all soaks up all the oil. And just a minute or so. Well, I think it looks pretty good. All the oil is soaked up with all the pasta noodles. I'm going to add in my chicken broth. Let's keep going. And you stir it around. Make sure there's no lumps. All mixed up.
Can we take over?
Yeah, hold on. You stop. It's nicely covered. Good down. Now all you do is cook. Watch it bring it to a boil, and it's going to evaporate. Just soak up all the pasta, the chicken broth, and do its thing. So now we just wait. I'm going to throw my zucchini in now that the water's coming up to a simmer. Throw the zucchini in, and we just let it cook. Watch the level of the liquid. Now, I did not salt this yet. I'll salt it towards the end.
And pepper it.
And pepper in there. A little salt, 'cause I know it's going to need some.
That's a lot of salt, but it's called some.
Stop. Seriously. I'm the chef.
Well, I have a chef hat, so
You are my sous chef. I am the chef.
No, I have a chef hat.
So salt and pepper it. Now we just let the pasta do its thing. A little more, because I like to see a little more water. Yeah, let's add it all. While that's doing that, we're going to do some cleanup. Okay, so I tasted everything. Salt is good. Pasta's 5 minutes away to get done on cook top. I'm going to throw it in the oven with the chicken. There's about 10 minutes or so there. Most of the water is almost absorbed. I have to add a little bit of fresh grated Parmesan cheese at the very end, just to
We have to.
give it a little salty, a little kick to it.
Cheese to it.
Mix it in. You don't want it cheesy. You want to have a hint of cheese in there. That looks good.
You can be famous just if plain.
Then I'm going to take chicken breast here. I'm going to take chicken breast here. Of course, take those juices.
And then you put the cheese right there. We actually don't.
Both chicken breasts are there. I'll take my.
You forgave something.
I'll throw some of the fresh green onions at the very end too. Why not? Right out of here.
You forgave something. Me.
We got those in there. I'm gonna spoon some of this. I made a tomato and balsamic dressing. First time I've done it, we'll see if it works out. Usually I use canned tomatoes, but I forgot till it's too late. So take a little bit of this, then over top. I use just fresh grape tomatoes and aroma tomato and chopped them up. My sous chef, Alex, she decided she was gonna help chop them.
And taste them.
And she smushed. She just put a garlic cloves, tomatoes, balsamic, olive oil, and a little basil. And some other fresh basil leaves. I'm gonna just throw a little more basil on top of the chicken.
What basil looks like to say.
Just no more basil, because we like basil. Now, I take the cheese. Fresh mozzarella over the top like this. Hope my sous chef's giving me a hand. That's enough.
That's enough.
Yep. Just like that over the top. I take my Parmesan Reggiano, that little skirt like this over the top of the mozzarella. I'm going to throw this in the oven, like I said, 10 minutes at 425, and it should be nicely beautiful when we're done.
You have plenty this.
And now we'll clean up our mess while that's cooking. Be ready to eat in 10 minutes. So here is the finished product. Let it sit for 5 minutes or so. Just let everything absorb, soak in. Chicken breast, I take some balsamic vinegar, drizzle it over the top of the cheese, just to add a little tang. And that's my stuff.